Howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel. Uh, may rename the channel Holy's Hobbies or something like that, but really this channel's not just hobbies. I know there's a lot of train stuff. Eventually I'm going to be getting back to work. We'll go into some of what I do for a living. I deliver campers, and we might make some on the road videos, maybe do some ham stuff, but for now I've been doing a lot of train stuff because I've been stuck at home. So I've been talking about phasing a transformer here. And, these transformers are AC. This isn't for the main experienced guys. These are for the newbies like me who want to know how to do this and run their switches and stuff like that on its own power, where the track power doesn't affect how much power is going in here. And this does things like gives your switches more power and everything like that. But this transformer here, they just have a wire that come off the back. There's no screws like on this one. There's 2 screws there. So you'll phase it at the end of the wire. And I'm just going to do it at the track mount here. Now, basically, you want the hot to hot and the center track to center track and the outer track to outer track. So hot to hot, cold to cold. So in the case of this transformer, it's not marked. It's kind of marked on this one. I got a white wire and a black wire, so I put the white wire going to the center track and the black wire going to this outer track here. So these two need to share this outer track, but this isn't marked, so we have to know which one's which. And with these transformers, there is a green light here. Okay, says there's no shorts, everything's good to go. And there's enough safety precautions in here where you could just touch these wires together, and if the light stays green, you've got it right. If the light turns off and you get a spark, oh, you got to have the power turned on. Sorry. But if you get it backwards, that little light's going to go off. And this little light right here will go off. So let me get all this disconnected and hooked up right, and I'll be right back. Okay folks, we're back, and I've just got the camera showing on the light here, and I'm going to touch these wires together, one to one terminal and one to the other, and we're going to see if that light goes off. Now see, that light went off, so that means it's backwards. I have to switch it completely around from one end to the other, and I should be able to do this and touch this wire, and the light stays on. Alright, let me flip this around here. Seen that light go off. Now, here's what I was talking about. As far as if you get it backwards, you'll get a spark. Come on. Let's get back over here. This wire is pretty short because I've already got it cut. Yeah, sometimes it'll spark, sometimes the deal will just shut right off. But see if I can get this in here. But if you've got it backwards, well, yeah. If you do it wrong, if you touch the wires together, it's going to spark like that. And if you get it backwards, like this, that green light will shut off. And you know you got it backwards, so you just flip them around. So since we now know that this and this match with each other, we know that this one goes here because we touched them together, we didn't get a spark. And this one will go to your accessory. Let's just see if that's going to work right. Oh yeah, see that light came on? So that means this switch is getting full power no matter what the track power is set at. So that's kind of what I was talking about there, and that's just how I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and hook these up. I'm probably not going to make you watch me do that because it is a pain in the butt to get these two wires inside this clip-on. And yeah, I'm not going to make you watch me do that, but you would push this down and you would stick both wires in there and let off of it, and then it'll just kind of pinch it. So when I get done, it's going to look kind of like this. One into this and one going to the accessory. Oh, one more thing here. You're going to see two wires when I get done. That's because I have two switches here, and like I said, these are going to go to the hot to each switch. Now these are 022 switches, so there's actually a little hookup here on the side for running off a transformer. And if you want to run it on track power, you don't have to run it on there. You just unplug this and it will automatically run on track power. But if you're running the track power really low, then a lot of times it doesn't have enough power to actually flip the switch. That's why we do this. But when you look at it, you're going to see kind of like a T, because I've got this hot wire going to one switch, this hot wire going to this switch, and then the main hot wire coming off of the transformer, which when it's running, I've just got it turned up all the way. That way this has full power, which is why it was so important that I switched to these LEDs, because 18 volts on an incandescent bulb will get so hot it will actually melt these. But anyway, I'll get back to that. Alright, now you'll see here that I have the two leads hooked up here, one going to the track clip, one running under the track, and then we have this T that I was talking about that are going to the switches. Now when like I said, I'm still setting tracks up and make sure everything works. Eventually, you know, I'm going to drill a hole in this table, and all this wiring is going to be underneath the table where it's not going to be hanging out here and all this. But this is just the way it is here. But we turn this up. Oh, we got lights, and our track is now going to flip. Let me put this where it's the wrong way, where it's going to come this way, and where if it doesn't turn, this is going to derail. It's an automatic derailment feature, or anti-derailment feature. But this is why it's so important that one of these goes to this outer track, so that when this comes in here, it's going to connect this one, and it's going to throw that switch. See, just like that. And now it can go this way. And on a reversing loop, that is most important. Otherwise, you would derail. So I'm going to turn that back on there, and I'm going to let you see that one more time. And it has a good snap, plenty of power to flip that switch. And that's what we were working on today. And I do have a little bit of update here. And that is, I have an outer track. I told y'all earlier I was waiting on the rest of the track to come in from eBay. I bought this on eBay. It's just used track, and it's okay. It's in decent shape for the price. I couldn't just pass it up. But this is the outer loop. I did this in 027, whereas this is 031. And the difference is the wire width and everything's the same. It's the height. So this is this track here is wider or taller, and the feet or they're supposed to be timbers or whatever, you know, but the feet are taller. This has smaller feet, and the track itself is shorter. It's 027. The actual radius of the turns is the same as 031. So if you're making a loop, it's still 31 inches from one end of the circle to the other. So that's how that is. It's just, this is 027. It's a smaller track. But it works. And I was using this because 027 is what my set came with, and it was easier just to order a little bit extra track to finish the loop out using my existing track from the set. But I did put another switch over here. I'm going to have just a kind of a parking area. I'll probably put a straight or two in here that's going to be just long enough to back, say, my Santa Fe off over in here where she can park while I'm running another one out here, and then we can switch between whichever engines. Kind of like a little yard. So I might see about getting a single engine building shed, like a single engine shed. Or I may do one from scratch. I don't know. But we'll see what we're going to do there. Like I said, all this still has to come up because I still haven't put my Woodland Scenics fast grass down because I don't have any yet. So this is kind of just fun for me. At this point, I can still at least run the trains while I'm waiting, and I just keep getting everything set the way I want it. And like I said in other videos, I'm going to run freight on the outside, the passenger on the inside. I broke my tender for this. Oh, a little bit of bad news there. I broke my tender for this. I had this off, and I was testing to make sure that down there at that loop they wouldn't hit each other. And I forgot I had it on the track, and I ran this engine around to make sure it was going to get power all the way, and I slammed it nose first into the coupler, and I broke the coupler off. There we go. You can see there's no little latch there. It broke it off. I've got parts coming to fix this. I'm probably just going to pull this coupler off. I found a cheap box car. It was only $4. I'll just take the truck off of the box car, drill it out, drill these rivets out that hold this on, put that other truck on here that has the coupler, and be done with it. And that would be an $8 fix versus a $30 fix for a new coupler in trucks. But it still does run without it. The latch that goes into the coal car will actually just fit in the coupler and actually pull regular freight cars. As long as you're making right-hand turns. I don't know about lefts. But anyway, let's get this in here, and I can show you a little bit of update of what I've done. And let's run some trains. Alright, folks. Let's get this party started. I'm going to bring this by a little slow so you can see what I'm talking about. So I don't have my coal car there. But it actually did hook up to the regular freight connections. But let's get this old boy going. Still got my yard sale sticker on there that I found. There we go. And those lights on the passenger cars here, they are working. I got that one to work. It was the pickup wheel that hits the center track was stuck on the last video. So the bulb was good. It just wasn't making connection with the center track. But they are working now. They're not very bright because I'm not running very much power through it. But there we go. I think this is going to be the track plan that I want to keep. And so far I'm pretty well happy with it. There we go. Like I said, I've got a new coal parts for the coal car. That's kind of why I have the ore cars behind it, where it looks like they've got at least something they could throw in there. But anybody that kind of knows it's an ore car, they're not really throwing rocks into the steamer. But I just think it looks better like that until I can get my ore cars or coal car fixed. Well, there she is, folks. And I really like it. And I can't help it. But there she is. So until next time. Later.